just have a TV, so I pretty much was just when they throw the ball and then they catch it. Do I know how football works? Good morning, friends. Shall we do some working outing? Shall we move the body? It's Monday, that means strength day. That means I'm gonna grab my cutest kettlebell. I mean, we'll warm up a little bit before we get into things. I never just wake up and pick up the iron. That's a lie. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we do, friends, but support. Tech support. Tech support. Is it? Are we doing? Oh, come on, internet. It looks like it might be rolling. Maybe strong maybes. Oh, I hope she works for you, friends. I heard Mercury retrograde's coming. Don't believe it. Oh dear, we are so reliant on our technology. It would be a shame. Is it going now, normals? I just restarted everything. That's what the little kitten said to do. Did you get any of this little warm up? We'll start from the beginning. I just wanted to start in a little crab position here. Hands behind your shoulders, waking up the upper body before we get into strength day, friends. If you got that little kettlebell, got that little weight nearby, we'll get right into it. Woohoo! Yeah, it looks like it's kind of rolling now. We shall see. Coming over to the knees, we're just gonna sit back on the heels here and then send the hips forward at the top with that lockout. You might remember this one. So first couple reps, just barely dipping back, really holding on to that hip lockout. As the body starts to get a little warmer, you can lean back a little more deeply. I have laces down here. You can have the toes touched. Good morning. Hello. Happy quad store. I was just rambling about how, oh, it's working, yes! I was just rambling about how I am a very fair weather football friend. I only really watch during the playoffs. Who's playing? What's the quarterback? It doesn't matter, team. Are you ready to get into this? So we're gonna stay on the floor because it's Monday. We're gonna do a good old floor press. So keep it real gentle to start. If you have a dumbbell, fantastic. I'm gonna show you the kettlebell version in kettlebell land. We like to gently snuggle with our iron. Just kidding. Bottom arm, that's gonna be the working arm, is going to grab the bell here, but my top arm is gonna help me roll it onto the forearm and then get it up overhead. So the press starts from this top position here. I'm gonna let my supporting arm just be down on my side, tap the elbow on the floor. We're gonna go for a big 6. If you've got a super heavy bell and you wanna go for a few less, or if you've got a super light bell, you feel like you could get 8 or 10, go for it, team. Go for it, but we're just warming up the upper body here. Boom, bada boom. Again, my elbow's about 45 degrees away from the body. Once I get down to the bottom, just going to unload that puppy ever so slightly. Favorite way to get to the other side of my belt is just rotate my entire body around. So now, bottom arm is on that handle. Again, I'm gonna roll it onto the forearm, get it all the way up into the sky. Make any adjustments that you need, but lock in that lower back on the ground. Make sure the whole body is supporting this nice strong press here. Hi, just going for a 6, team. Good old floor press, so supportive. Boop, boop. Whenever somebody's rocking some shoulder injuries, this is a great option. Super safe. That elbow literally can't go back behind the body, and therefore very safe for the old rotator cuff. How's it going? Now we're doing it. Okay, internet, I see you. Let's just use that same bell for a little bit of an anchor point. My own favorite is the reverse crunch. So this is not a weight that is gonna stay on the floor if I super yank on it. So it's just a very light touch here that I've got. I like to sort of have hands around the ball. You could hold on wherever feels like you got a little bit of support, but the main event is rolling the low back off the floor, knees tap the triceps, and then slow, 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 reverse it down. Let's stick with that number 6 here. Slow, slow, slow. How slow can you go? 3. Take your time. Fighting a little bit of gravity. Here is the 4. You got it, team. 5. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And last 1. Boom, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ha-ha! You did it! Reverse crunch. A little fire up in the core there. So we got a little warm up of the arm, a little warm up of the core. We're gonna put it together in a little bit of Turkish get up. So friends, if you know the Turkish get up, fantastic. I'm gonna load it here. If you've never done Turkish get up before, I recommend trying this just body weight style. Press that fist to the sky, pretend like there's weight in your hand, but test it out. Also, if you just got out of bed, you're not ready to load it, I would test it out body weight before ever loading this puppy. But if you know these things, it starts just the same as our floor press, right? Bottom hand's got that weight, rolling it onto the forearm, pressing it to the sky. But now, friends, I'm going to keep the leg bent on the side with the weight, extend that free leg nice and long. This leg is not in line with my body, but rather out about 45 degrees. Same thing with the free hand. That free hand is now on the ground with support. I'm going to drive through this heel, up and over to the elbow, up to the hand sitting nice and tall here. And I'm going to drive through the hip. We're just going to take this to a little hip bridge here, and then gently set it back down. Control it back to your elbow. Control it back to the back. Make a sense, team? We're going to knock out 5 total. Up and over to the elbow, up to the hand, drive through that heel, lift the hips, stack in the shoulders. There is 2 to the elbow, to the back. Let's go for that 3 to the hand. Lift the hips, control it down, to the elbow, to the back. Those Moss team looking so good. Again, just rocking this body weight is not walk in the park. Woo! 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 Last one on this side. Up and over to the elbow. Up to the hand. Lift the hips. Bring it back down with control. Control and control. Ah, so sweet. So gentle. Not gentle, team. Takes that focus. Takes that little bit of a brain powers. Well done. Happy Monday. Let's get it on the other side, shall we? I should show you though from this side. So you can see my supportive hand. So I'm going to load it on the other side this time, but so that you can see what's going on. Bum, bum, bum. Working side here has the knee bent, arm across the sky, support side. Out, right? It's not next to the body, but rather 45 degrees with that arm and the leg driving through the hip, up and over to the elbow, up to the hand, and lift the hips. I click hello, controlling it back to the elbow, back to the back. That last piece there, as you control it from the elbow back to the floor, is truly one of my favorite oblique exercises. I know I say everything is my favorite. Woo! But it's really so good, so good. Take your time here, finding that control. Hips come up, and then bring them back down, baby. Boom, bada boom. There is 3, we got 2 more teams. So if this is too crazy of a weight for you, you need to rock the last 2 body weight, go for it. But always rather have proper form and not break anything. Again, eyes on the iron the whole time. Just 1 more rep. up and over, to the hand, drive those hips to the sky, control it back to the floor, back to the elbow, and then here, so good, oblique store, bring it back to the floor. Take a little breath. Those are intense. I'm gonna grab a little drink of drinks. A little hydration. This is coffee number 2. Do you want some, kitten? No, don't give the cats coffee. That's not good. That is not good at all. Oh. I did magically meet my vet though out in the world. This Santa Fe is so adorably small. You know, we have curbside now, so I've only talked to her on the phone. And then she actually comes to the gym where I've started working. And someone was like, that's her. Like, what? Who's your cat? I was like, Olive's my cat. Like, oh my God. A little bit of synchronicity. It was fantastic, friends. All right, I got one more move here for you. One more move, and then we'll cycle through from the top. We'll probably just hit 2 rounds today. A little bit of movement. Again, sorry for that technical difficulty up at the top. So, remember that kneeling position we started with? I love that, just to fire up the quads. Now we're gonna make it a full body explosive movement. So, you know my favorite explosive movement, of course, is the swing. But second favorite is a thruster. And it's the same mechanics in terms of the hips, right? We're letting that strong hip drive create the power that sends the weight overhead. So if for any reason overhead extension does not work for you, just keep your weight right at your chest and or just lock that hip drive with your own body weight. You could keep your hands here and just rock it like that. I'm gonna grab a kettlebell and I'm gonna use the momentum of the hips to send it overhead, baby. Touchdown style. So you can hold it truly however you like. I kind of like this upside down hold just because we fancy out here. Sitting the hips to the heels, driving forward, sending that weight overhead. We're gonna do a big 10. 3, what? 4, who decided that was a good number? 5, 6, you got this. 7, strong breath. 8, 9, and 10, power. Just gets the people going. And by people, I mean cat-loving people. And dog-loving people. I do not discriminate. Friends, fantastic. So, from the top, we're gonna hit that floor press. Again, all the way on the floor. I'm gonna keep my feet long. Sometimes we get fancy and we add a hollow to this. If you feel like you want some extra core work today, go for it. I'm gonna keep it real simple, but just add a few reps. So we did 6 the first time. Depending on the weight that you've got, 6 might be perfect. I'm gonna go for 8 here. If you've got a really light weight and you wanna go for 10 reps, that's a great number too. I usually like to go super heavy and not many reps, but this is a very medium weight. So we're gonna go for a very medium 8 floor presses, 8 each side. Take your time. I'm just punching straight to the sky, control you back down. And all that jibber jabber. I think I lost count. I'm gonna call that 7, 8, and let her go. I'm just gonna swivel the body around, hello, and load it on the other side. So again, take your time. Let that other hand help you get to that top position before you drop it down to your side. Big 8. Still using that strong, supportive breath. 6, 7, 8. Very good, very good. So again, I'm now gonna let my weight be my anchor. Watch your brains as you set up your head near your bell. I like to start far away and inch in there. Again, light touch on your anchor point here, and then rolling the knees to the elbows with control. Let's take it up to 8 here as well. Slow, slow, slow. On that descent, rolling the body up. There is a 3. So you can use momentum to bring the tailbone off the floor. We're really just fighting the gravity on the way back down. That's the idea there. Ra, 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 ha, 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 ha. Excellent. Was that 5? I'm gonna call this 6. But we're going for 8. Those last. Boom. Slow, 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 slow. Last one. Ra. Control, control. All the way down. All the way down. To the floor. Perfect. Ah. Gentle strength day. You ready for a little Turkish get up action? So again, we're just gonna go to the hip bridge, not going all the way up to standing, unless you're feeling wild, and then knock yourself out. But I'm gonna keep it just like we did in round 1. 5 on each side. Elbow, hand, hip bridge. Oh yeah, also sometimes I'll call that, it's really like a side plank, right? But let's start on this side, shall we? Bum-ba-da. So, oh wait, I think it's better actually to show you the other side. So I'm gonna load it over here. High, press it up, just like we did that 4 press. But again, the side without the weight is long and 45 degrees from the body. Up and over to that elbow. Whoa, whoa, don't look at the camera, look at your iron. Boom, lift the hips nice and high. Control it back down. Back to the elbow, back to the back. Nice and slow here, finding that focus. You know, I love to rush through things, but I also love things that force me not to rush. The Turkish get up will absolutely force you to slow down with control there. Boom, bada boom, bada boom. Just these 3 positions, up and over to the elbow, to the hand. Lift the hips. Really own that top position. Don't just pop it up and drop right back down. We are really taking our time here. Is this 4? Maybe a 4. Bam! One more for good measure. All the way down. And here we go. Up and over to the elbow. To the hand. Lift those hips. Drop it down, drop it down. To the elbow, to the elbow. All the way to the back. And roll it off the body. Ooh, ooh. You did it, team. We're just gonna take one little bit of rest. And then hit it on the other side. Big 5 there. So again, strength day, never rush through things. If you need some rest, fantastic. That means you have appropriately challenged the body. But when you're ready, let's roll it on to the other side, shall we? Bada bing, bada boom. All the way up here. Arms supporting at your side. You ready for this, team? Again, we always start this driving through the heel of that working side hip. Up and over to the hand. Lift it up. Stacking those shoulders. Control back down. To the elbow. To the back. Gather yourself. And back up and over. To the hand. Drive through that heel. Lift the hips. Stack these shoulders. You got it, you got it. Down, down. Down, down. There's 2 going for a big 5. Again, if you were just practicing this body weight, that is not easy. Mastering these positions before you ever load it is 100% crucial. Just being able to stabilize that weight overhead, right? We're hitting all these crazy, unique angles. It seems like the arm is going nowhere. It's going everywhere. By keeping it nice and high, as the body changes angles, oh, we're building the stronger shoulders, team. Just one more on this side. Here we go, here we go. Up and over to the hand. Lift those hips. Sit her down with control. All the way, all the way, all the way. Holy 5 reps. What? Not easy, friends, not easy. Take a little rest. Shake out the wrists if needed. Little cat's just hanging out. I don't know why I love his little tail so much. Woo! Let's get some refreshment, shall we? We'll finish on that kneeling thruster, but let's not rush into it. My heart rate is elevated. Oh, such good times. Oh yeah, coffee. Coffee for the win, team. How you doing in there? How those little get-ups feel? Did I mention we had a lovely snow here in Santa Fe? It's very frosty, crispy this morning. But of course, once I start moving the body, I couldn't wear my jacket. Final move, team. Just bringing that weight to the chest in the kneeling position. Again, explosive hips. We're gonna go for a Big 10, but you can just rock this body weight down. Boom, 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 boom. Or grab your best friend, the iron kettlebell. Launching it up. Strong hip thrust. Strong breath. Big 10, Big 10. 8, 9, and turn. Ooh, ooh. Oh my goodness. Woo! Feeling those. Right? Me also. Oh man. Me too, friend. Woo! Doesn't take very long. Doesn't take very long to get the bodies moving. Well done, team. Very well done. So, again, so sorry for the technical difficulties up top. Alas, we shall persist. I turned off the Facebook and the Twitch, but the YouTubes, we are very committed, friend. So good to see you. Thanks for hanging in there and playing along. We will, of course, hit Band Day on Wednesday. Same cat channel, same cat time. Hi. Be well, friends. I hope you're getting lots of rest. As you can tell, I'm still yelling too much, but you know what? I love what I do. I can't complain for 1 second. Oh, movement is what we got. Bam! Right? I love you too, friend. I will see you next time, team. Be well. Okay.